Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
How are you all? How are you all? Hello. Am I audible, everyone?
Fine.
Is the board visible?
Yes, sir.
Wait a minute. Is the board visible?
Yes, sir.
Properly? Properly?
Yes, sir.
What I wrote here? What thing I wrote here?
Listen to many, speak to a few.
Very good. Okay. It means everyone can see the board properly. Right? So, our introduction of the poem is over or remaining? Introduction of the poem is over or remaining? Tell me.
Over.
Over. Right? Wait a minute, dear. Yes, I have it. So, it was disastrous military engagement that took place during the initial phase of the Crimean War between Turkey and Russia. Right? First of all, this battle fought between Turkey and Russia. But under the commander of the Lord Raglan, the British force entered the war in September 1854. Now what happened? The war is between Turkey and Russia. But there was the commander whose name is Raglan. Right? And with his command, the British army also entered in this war, which is held in 1854. But the war was plagued by the series of yes, 1854, to prevent the Russian from obtaining control of the important sea routes through the Drendels. Now it was the one sea route, that the name of the sea route is Drendel. And they want to, because the Russian army has a control there. Now what the thing happens, from the beginning the war was plagued by the series of misunderstandings and tactile blunders, one of which solves the subject of this poem. Right? It was the misunderstanding. Right? Suppose if I am a leader, right, that was because of my fault. Right? If I am saying now you have to do this thing, suppose I will ask one question that is out of syllabus. Right? And if I am saying, no, you should attempt this question, I will not change the question. What will you do? What will you do? What will you do? If I am saying that, no, you must attempt this question, I will not change this question. All thing is right. Now what is your answer? If I am commanding you, then? Answer me. Bhumi?
Yes, sir.
What will you do? If I am a commander, if I am taking your English paper, if I am saying that it means there is a little bit error, or might be the question I change into the tricky way, and you don't know the meaning of this question. And you say that, sir, this question is out of syllabus. Right? But if I know it is the right question, now what will you do? It is the right question, what will you do?
Sir, but still I will try.
Okay. Neha?
Yes, sir.
What will you do according to the same situation?
Sir, I think I will shout that that is not the syllabus question, then why it has been given.
But if the question from the syllabus, but I change this question, right, in a point of, if there is an objective and I turn into the subjective or a logical question, now that time what will you do? You will try or you want to change this question?
No, sir, then I will use my brain and try to solve it.
Okay, right? It means what? Suppose this is regarding the syllabus. If I am a commander, suppose I am a house master. Right now I am a house master, everyone knows that. Okay? Now, because of my command, you perform in a sports day. You took participation in the sports day. Right? You are not able to perform on that game, and then after I force you, you should take part in this competition. Right? Now, what will you do? What will you do? Tell me, what will you do? Who's? Arpita. Am I audible, everyone?
Yes, sir.
And answer me, Arpita. Answer me. Okay. Might be you will take part, right, willingly or unwillingly, right? But if performance is not good, that time if I will accuse you that because of you we lost our game, we lost our points, that time I am wrong, right? Because I know that you are not able to perform on that game, still you perform, you take part in this game, right? But the reason is what? You don't know the rules of this game, and that's why you lost the game. So this is the thing in this poem also, right? There is a problem, the misunderstanding by the soldier, the captain. Right here, he says that Russians were seizing the guns from the British soldiers. Lord Ragnar sent desperate order to his light cavalry brigade to fend off the Russians. Right? Because the Russian army is seized. Seized means to catch, forcefully take their guns. So they have no guns, they have no weapons. But then after the Raglan sent the order to the light brigade, and I told you the light brigade means what? The army who sat on the horse with the sword, and they have to attack on them. Now this war starts. Within a few minutes, lots of soldiers died. Their soldiers' army is only 600 soldiers. Right? Hundreds of died within a few minutes. Whose mistake? Because the mistakes of the commanders. Right? He made a mistake, and that's why they lost their life. Even says that Lord Raglan sent a desperate order to his light brigade, fend off the Russians. Finally, one of his order was acted upon. The brigade began to charging, but in a wrong direction. They were charged, but in a wrong direction. Why? Because there are over 600 men rushed forward, and well over 100 died within a few minutes. As a result, the battle, Britain lost possession of the majority of its forward defenders and the only metal road in the area. Right? Whatever the part in that area, they have a power. British army has a power. They lost the battle, and the thing is what? That he lose their power on that area, and that's why they have to leave it. And only one thing they got. Understood this thing, beta? Understood?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Or anyone have a doubt?
No, sir. No, sir.
No,
Understood.
No, sir.
Perfect. Okay. So this is the story. Now, here we know that whosoever martyrs in the war, they will get the honor. We will remember that martyrs in our life. Suppose we talk about, right? He belongs to India. He fought war in 1965 against Pakistan, but still we remember him. Then after, there was one martyr whose role is very good, and we know that the name of this martyr, this also martyr, we can say martyr Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev and Rajguru. We call also them a martyr, right? So we are remembering them. Harika. I think you are in 5th standard. So, I start to read the poem. Half a league onward, all in the valley of death, rode the 600, forward the light brigade, charged from the guns, he said, into the valley of death, rode the 600. Okay. Half a league. League means what? That is old uses. Right now we say that army, right? That time the unit of the measuring distance, right, equal about 4 kilometers. Right? League means it is the old use. Previously they are not using mile and kilometers. They are using league. Right? So here they say is what? That half a league and half a league onward. 3 times. Right? He repeated the command. Half a league. Onward, all in the valley of death. Right? Onward in the league of valley of death. So here the question. Here, there is a question. How far did the soldier have to march? Okay, all of you, in Anand Stationery, I submitted the worksheet, so you have to take it, okay? Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Second question. What does the repetition of the word half a league implies? What happened, beta? What happened when who has uttered the command, who uttered the command, and what do the words into the valley of death? Now, in one line, there are 4 questions. See that, how far did the soldiers have to march? This march, it means to attack. How far? So, 4 kilometers. They have to attack on one end, half mile, or we can say that 4 kilometers ahead, they have to attack on the soldiers. Now here, what does the repetition of the word half league imply? Why the commander says 3 times repetition of the words half league, half league, half league? Why? What is the reason behind it? Anyone have idea?
Yes, sir.
Anyone have idea? Yes, tell me, beta.
To make his soldiers aware that there are half a league soldiers.
Yes, to emphasize the rhyme on the march into the war. Your answer is right, but according to in poem regarding the poetic way, so we can say that to emphasize the rhyme, rhythm of the march into the war. Who has uttered the command? Who has uttered the command? Who has uttered the command? See, here we don't know who commanded, but probably, according to our assumptions, according to our poem, we can say that might be the commander, right? Their commander uttered this command, because in whole the poem he remains invisible, right, in the poem, probably because they did not know who had given this command. Because see that here says that he sent the order, right? So they don't know who sent the order. They just only think that might be our commander sent the order and we have to obey them. So here says that what, right? There are 600 soldiers. Here the road, it means past tense of the ride. Past tense of the ride. So he says that the soldiers who rode on the horseback, right, the light brigade was the British light cavalry force, its mounted horses that were light and fast, and they were not armored. As these facilities, they mobilate and speed, right? Because if they wear a armor, might be they cannot reach very fast on that area. It means they cannot reach there because the weight of the armor and the soldiers might be the horse cannot carrying that. And that's why they are not getting the armor, because they get the facilities to reach very speedily. And here is, they were the men armed only with the lances and sabres. Lances means what? What do you mean by the lances? L-A-N-C-E-S. What do you mean by lances? Find out this word. L-A-N-C-E-S. Underline this word. Underline these words. Underline this word, beta. So he said what? And they get only lances and sabres. It is the one type of the sword, like our army. If we talk about our ancient army, those the Mughals have and another army have that the weapons of guns and cannon. But we have only what, arrows and bows and shields and swords also. These are the things. Spears, swords. These are the things. So here he says that they got only the sword to fight with their enemy. Understood this thing? Understood, beta?
Yes, yes.
He says that all in the valley of the death. See that, what do the words in the valley of the death? So, he says that literary Bitcoin says that it is a dangerous situation. It was a dangerous situation. It says that they were doomed to die because the command was erroneous. It was the erroneous command. It was the command given by their commander, and they should be follow it because they love to their nation. Right? And says that what? Forward to light brigade. Go and take and charge for the guns. It means the Russian army took our guns. You have to take these guns again in our camp. So we will fight this war and we will defeat the Russian army. Now, exactly the Crimean War fought between the Turkey and Russia. But unfortunately, the British army entered in this war. And the thing is what happened, that Russian army seized the guns of the Britain army. That's why they are totally weaponless. They have no weapons. And they want, if you will enter into the war, so anyhow you have to perform it. Unless you have one way, that you have to give up in front of them. Right? You have to give up in front of them. Suppose we talk about the Second World War. The same mistake that Hitler made. What did the mistake? That in the winter time, he attacked on Russia. And all we know that in Russia, the winter is severely cold. Right? Their army, Russian army know how to we protect ourselves through this winter. But the Germany's, Hitler's army don't know about this thing. And because of this reason, right, because of his reason, unnecessary time we can say is that not a preferable time, any attack on Russia, and he defeated in Russia. That's why he lost his power all over the world. Understood this thing? Understood, beta?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, just give me a 1 minute. I off my camera and mute myself for a 1 minute. So, the war, right? This war is fought between them. The Russian army, British army and Turkish army, this triumph also battle, and the name of the battle, remember in your mind, Crimean War. The name of the war is Crimean, C-R-E-M-E-A-N war, and this war took between Turkish and Russian army in 1854 to 1856. Understood this thing, beta? Do you understand this thing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Or anyone have a doubt? Just tell me.
No, sir.
Sure? Okay. Bhumi, on your mic, beta. Bhumi, on your mic.
Sir. Yes, sir.
On your mic and camera. Camera also.
Okay, sir. Am I visible, sir?
Yes, you are visible. Just you have to rotate your phone because you are horizontal. Yes. Right?
So
now read the second. Yes, you are visible. Okay. Read the second sentence, buddy.
Yes, sir. Forward the light brigade was their man dismayed, not to the shoulder knew. Someone had blundered. There's not to make reply, there's not to reason why, there's but to do and die. Into the valley of death rode the 600.
Very good. Right? See, in this poem, in this line, you are getting a lot of things. He says that forward the light brigade means inform the light brigade that was there a man dismayed? Now dismayed means shock and disappointment. Right? Was they were dismayed? Was they were shocked? Hamza, this is the 8th standard meeting, beta. Not a 7th standard meeting. So, he said, was there a man dismayed? Dismay had, so he says what? Right? They are not disappointed. They are not in shock. Not into thou. Thou it means though. The soldiers knew someone had blundered. Right? He knows that because of someone's mistake. Blundered means what? The careless mistake. Make a stupid or careless mistake. Because of someone's mistake, the situation that now we will face, that the thing is okay. Not from our side. It was from someone's mistake, but we have to take part in this war. Right? Second thing he says that there's not to make a reply, there's not to reason why. Yes is what? Not a single soldier was discouraged and distressed, right, by the command to charge forward. They say, okay, they ordered me, we have to follow it. Even though all the soldiers realized that their commander had made a terrible mistake, and they say that someone had blundered. The role of the soldiers is to obey and not to ask the question why, not to make a reply. What is the reason behind it? So they followed the orders and rode into the valley of the death. Yes, but to do and die. Like this. They will not ask the questions to their army. Their commander, because it's obviously right that when you are joined the army, right, if your commander ordered you, so you will never ask the question why I should do this thing. Why should I do this thing? Sorry, why should I do this thing? Right? If I will take this step, it means it was dangerous for my life. So, here the question. The question is, where the soldier aware that were the soldiers aware that the decision by their commander was not a good one. Well, right, then second question, did they protest? Did they protest? And the question is, why? Third question, what does the line there but to do there but to do and die convey? Tell me, what do we understand? These are the three questions. Where does the soldiers await the decisions by their commander was not a good one? So he says that yes, they were aware that was the mistake had been made by the commander, right? And that's the thing is what they realized, okay, this decision that our army man, our commander took, that is totally wrong decision, because they knew that we have only sword, they have a cannons, they have a guns, might be when we attack on them, so they attacking from the far off the distance with the help of the cannons and guns, right, attack on us. So we will die, definitely sure we will die, right, because we cannot face to the cannon in front of the cannonballs, right? Suppose soldiers fought against them and they threw the cannonballs. Do you think that you have to protect from the cannonballs? Tell me, do you think that you were protected from the cannonballs? Tell me.
No, sir. No, sir.
Not possible, right? That we can fight in front of the cannonballs. If they have to shoot the gun, so with the help of the armor, with the help of the shield, you can protect yourself. But it's not possible that you can protect in front of with the help of the shield. You can protect yourself with the help of the shield in front of cannonball. That is the thing. So here they realized, okay, this was a very foolish, very foolish decision taken by our commander. Then said, did they protest? So yes, they don't protest himself. Why? We don't go. We want to go in this war because you make the mistake, so you have to do yourself. You have to make a new strategy for the war. But because they were trained to follow the orders and fight for the death, and that's why they never argued to his commander and they never protested. And last line, what does the line tribute? There's but to do and die conveys. So a tribute to the soldiers fighting any war, right? It was that if you selected as an army, if you were in army, if you will in army, it means your duty is what? That you should be perform, you should be fight war anyhow. Whether you are ill or you are perfect, they will not consider, but your duty that you have to perform, you have to show your patriotism during the war situation, and that thing they have to present in this line. Understood? Understood?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Neha, on your camera, beta. Neha, on your camera.
Yes, sir.
Start reading and on your camera. Third stanza.
Sir, am I visible?
No, beta, you are not visible. But don't worry, might be after a few seconds you will visible me. Start reading. Yes, now you are visible. Now you are visible. Read only because I think you have a network issue from your house.
Yes, sir. I think it's not visible because I have on my camera also.
Yeah, don't worry, you have to read it on this.
Yes, sir. Cannon to right of them, cannon to left of them, cannon in front of them. Volleyed and thundered, stormed at with shot and shell. Boldly they rode and well into the jaws of death, into the mouth of hell, rode the 600.
Yes, this is right. See, these are the first two stanza is what their situation. Now in third stanza, they are already in the field of the battle. He says that cannons to right of them, cannons to left of them, and cannons in front of them. Right? These 600 soldiers were caught by everywhere. Right? Left, right, in front of, back side. They faces the cannon balls. Right? Cannon balls. It means he says that these 600 soldiers were assaulted by the shots of the cells of cannon in front of and both the side of them, and still he says that volleyed head and thundered head. He says that volleyed head and thundered head means what? That a lot of bullets fired at the same time, right? Lot of bullet fire at the same time, and thundered head. It means moved very fast with the loud and deep noise. Because we know that when they start the fighting the war, that time the lots of noise, right? Each and every country, right? Whatever their motive lines, right? They got the encouragement lines they have to speak. Suppose in Rajputanas, right, in ancient times, the war between in Ramayana and Mahabharata. If we talk about Ramayana war, Ram and Ravan, right? So Ravan side army always says Jai Lankesh, Jai Lankesh. While Indian, it means this army says Jai Shri Ram, Har Har Mahadev, right? Same way. Right now in present day we talk about Indo-Pak war. So what happened? Pakistan army always says Pakistan Jindabad. So Indian army says that Vande Mataram, Bharat Mata Ki Jai. Same thing, right? They got the encouragement. So same thing this also happened here. Right? Said they are also make a lot of noise. They also there was their own lines to get the encouragement and said what? They courageously forward towards their own death. Right? Into the jaw of death, it means what? That used to describe unpleasant situation. They know that what happened with us. They think each and everything they know about it, but still they have to perform in it. And he says, into the mouth of hell, into the jaws of death, and into the mouth of hell. It means both that situation is totally unhappy situation. But still they entered into the war, and says that these 600 soldiers were fought very bravely, right? They have to perform their duty properly, right? So they have, because of these lines says that we have to encourage them, we have to salute them. So students, here I complete my first part of this poem. Monday in this lecture, second lecture, right, that time I will complete my poem. Now don't leave the meeting because I want to take your attendance. So I off my camera. Yes.
Sir, इस मंडे स्कूल स्टार्ट हो गया दूसरा मंडे.
Who is this? Who's, I think. Who's? right? Who asked this question? Beta, I want to know your name. Just tell it. I don't scolding. I will not scold you.
I'm Prakash, sir.
Okay. Might be you will get the message today. Right? You have to come into the school. Atman, beta, this is the 5th standard, this is the 8th standard meeting. Dear. Okay. So, students, am I audible, dear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Am I audible? Okay. Now, second lecture after 9, it's 9 o'clock. There was a discussion of the debate competition. So please students, all of must be join this lecture proper time. Right, today I will discuss with you topic, already I discussed the topic with you. But then after I want to share a few ideas with you, so you will get the idea that what is the exact meaning of this topic. Yes.
Sir, what is the topic?
That's why I'm telling you, just join the 9 o'clock lecture. Okay?
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
everyone. Join the second lecture. Okay, everyone. Bye-bye. Take care.